Welcome back to the channel, friends. As the Christmas season approaches and we're all saying goodbye to fall and hello to winter, this can be a really stressful and sometimes hard season. Today I'm sharing 4 powerful mindsets that can help bring joy and motivation and purpose back into your homemaking, especially on those days or in those seasons when you're just feeling unmotivated or stressed or joyless. So let's dive into those mindsets right now. The first mindset shift is to just start viewing your homemaking as both your job and your ministry. This isn't just about keeping a tidy home or managing routines. It's about the heart and purpose behind what we do. Remember, God equips those He calls, and you have everything you need to be a great homemaker. There's a quote I love that says, God can prepare you in the everyday responsibilities of life for a supernatural calling. I love that quote. Think about Jesus. He spent 30 years as a carpenter, faithfully working at something he wasn't necessarily called to do in any way we think of callings. Through that work, God prepared him. In the same way, God can prepare us spiritually, even through the daily mundane tasks and responsibilities of homemaking. So each day, let's show up to our homes as if it were our job, dressed, ready, and prepared for the day ahead. Adopt an eternal mindset, doing this work as unto the Lord, as a ministry to your family. And remember, every effort you make is like sowing seeds into your marriage, into your children's hearts, and into the lives of those around you. This truly is kingdom work. Put your whole heart into it. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." It is the Lord Christ you are serving. The next mindset shift I want to share with you guys is I get to do this instead of I have to do this. When we look at homemaking through a lens of gratitude, it changes everything. Instead of seeing our tasks as burdens or obligations, we begin to see them as opportunities. We get to serve, love, and nurture our families. We get to create a space that brings joy, rest, and comfort to those we care most about. This shift isn't always easy. When we're feeling tired, uninspired, or frustrated, it's tempting to focus on what feels hard or even unfair about our work. But approaching homemaking from a place of gratitude can make all the difference. When we think of our role as a gift and a privilege, it opens the door to contentment and so much joy. Of course, gratitude also protects us from the comparison trap. I'm always talking to you guys about comparison being the thief of joy. It's so true. In today's world, it's easy to look at other people's homes and their lives and their routines and feel like we're falling short. But homemaking is a personal journey, and it looks different for every single one of us. The beauty is that you're exactly where you're meant to be, Mama, doing exactly what you're meant to do for the people God has placed in your life in this season. So resist the urge to compare yourself or be influenced by outside expectations. The only one we need to please is Christ, who sees our efforts and He loves our hearts. When we begin to see homemaking as a joy rather than just a duty, just something mundane, it becomes a sacred opportunity. We're not just cleaning up spilt milk or picking up toys for the 1,000th time that day. We're not just changing diapers or organizing a sock drawer. We're creating a space of love and warmth and welcome. We're creating an environment and atmosphere that our family will want to be. Every small task, whether washing dishes, folding laundry, or cooking a meal, is an act of service. an act of worship unto the Lord, a way to care for the gifts God has given us. What a joy that is. Remember, each day is a fresh opportunity to love, serve, and grow. When we realize this, homemaking becomes more than just a list of tasks. It becomes a chance to pour love and intention into the lives around us. So embrace this role as a privilege and lean into the gratitude that says, I get to do this. It's a simple shift, but it has the power to take you from feeling overwhelmed and frustrated every day to being filled with joy, purpose, and anticipation. The third mindset I have for you is about creating a peaceful sanctuary in your home. If our homes are full of clutter and messes and just complete chaos all of the time, we won't want to be there. We will always be looking for that escape. Make your home a place you want to be in, a place filled with love and calm and memories. Remember, this is where you're building memories that you and your children will carry for a lifetime. When we set up our homes to feel peaceful and welcoming, it becomes a sanctuary, not just for our family, but for ourselves. It's a place of rest and joy. So how do we do this practically? I know many of us are stay-at-home moms and homeschoolers, and keeping a tidy, clean home can feel impossible at times. There's always going to be messes and clutter and toys and all of those kind of things. But I find if I have a solid cleaning schedule that I stick to, the messes and clutter are much more manageable because things don't pile up and get overwhelming. I have a great home planner on my website that's full of so many helpful tools, including a cleaning schedule and a meal planner. That has been life-changing in my homemaking journey. So be sure you check that out. I will leave a link for that in the description box, but that has really changed the game for me and my homemaking. And as you work, try to keep your focus on the task right in front of you. Focus on one room at a time. Set a 10 or 20-minute timer and get one room clean or decluttered, then move on to the next. The to-do list may be long, but you're only called to do what you can do today. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Matthew 6:34 says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." And the last mindset I have for you guys today is progress over perfection. Remember, homemaking is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You don't have to do everything in one day or get everything just right, just perfect for it to be meaningful. Sometimes we place so much pressure on ourselves to make every single detail perfect that we just end up feeling overwhelmed or frustrated or discouraged. But the truth is, a home filled with love and warmth and joy, it doesn't need to look like a magazine. It's okay to let go of perfectionism and instead just take small, intentional steps forward. I actually have a major perfectionism tendency problem, and perfectionism at its core is really just pride. So when I feel myself giving in to the perfectionism tendencies, I like to say Galatians 1:10 to myself. It goes, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." So I love that verse because I always ask myself, am I trying to please others right now, or am I trying to please the Lord? Because ultimately, we should all be trying to please the Lord. He's the only one that his opinion really matters. Something else that helps me is picking a few manageable tasks each day and giving myself permission to be satisfied with just those. Maybe it's just tidying up a single room, tackling the junk drawer. Today I was putting away the fall decor. Or it can be maybe preparing a simple meal. But little by little, those efforts add up, creating a positive rhythm and a pace that keeps you moving forward without the burnout. In the end, homemaking isn't about creating a flawless, magazine-worthy home. It's about creating a space where you and your family feel loved and safe. So give yourself grace, Mama. Focus on making progress and just trust that everything's going to come together little by little, step by step. And in homemaking, slow and steady really, truly does win the race. So on those days when you're feeling unmotivated and lacking in joy, I hope you're going to remember these mindsets that I've shared with you today. I hope they were a blessing to you. Thank you so much for watching. And if this resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more inspiration on your homemaking journey. I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye, friends.